Okay, so we are going to do back to basics, which involves the likes of side scraping, hold down, tactical awareness, general map tactics and general ways to go and things, the do's and don'ts on World of Tanks. Everyone understand? Is everyone not going to shoot each other? That's fine. Okay, so Chili, you can start it off. Right, we're going to do side scraping. So Chili, do you want to demonstrate? We'll go somewhere where it's a great place to do it. So does everyone understand side scraping? Because I know I showed Nice Guy and I showed Robert the other day. And I showed pretty much everyone here. So does everyone understand how side scraping works? So in particular on the IS3, you just angle yourself out slightly. Just so the side of your tank's shit turning. If they're facing directly on, if they try and shoot you, they'll just auto bounce or just track you. So nothing major. Yeah, but you wouldn't be side scraping that. So when you approach a corner, the best thing to do would be to side scrape. Never just poke out your entire tank, because that tends to leave you totally exposed. I mean, it's not going to be hard to penetrate the side of your tracks when you're doing this. But when you're doing what Chili's doing, then yes, it's going to be hard. And the thing is, 9 times out of 10, when you do side scrape an enemy tank, they'll panic shoot and just shoot anything, try and shoot you, and they'll miss or bounce or whatever. And then you can reverse out and take the shot. Okay? And now we can also explain the likes of hold down, since Chili's in this sort of position. So the way when someone says go hold down works is that your entire hull, well, it doesn't matter, it's demonstrating purposes. So hold down means that it's only your turret which is exposed. So none of your upper hull or anything like that. Okay? So what that gives the enemy is a harder chance of penetrating it. Now, the likes of the IS3 does have a weak spot on the top of the turret. Now, if you are the likes of the AMX 5120, you can actually shoot the top of the tank, which would normally mean you could penetrate, but it does have 3 view holes on top of the IS3, but they're not guaranteed that much hits. They normally just take out the view hole. Now, quite recently, since the IS3 got tampered with, premium shells sometimes do penetrate the tank, so the side of its gun mantler is normally a good place to shoot. If you've got more than, I think it's more than 240 pen, then you should be fine. Okay. So, okay. Right. So that's how hold down works, and that's how side scraping works. So I'll select 2 volunteers out of the audience. Okay. Right. No. Right. Okay. So Jammy, I say no. Jakers and Kana. I want you to go down the banana road, and I want you to side scrape each other and try and engage each other. Okay, so would everyone like to go to the banana road? Now I understand that some of you already know how side scraping works, but it's just a refreshing course to make sure you're doing it right. Okay, no, Kana, Jacobs, come down here. Side scrape off this corner here. So, for instance, on Himmelsdorf, the best 2 positions to side scrape is this corner just here, especially in the IS3, and the other side, the corner down there, has a similar opportunity of side scraping. Okay, so what we want to do here, we want both of you to engage each other and try and get a penetrating hit, whilst trying not to get penetrated. Yeah. Now, as you can see, Jake has just shot, so now's your opportunity to try and shoot Kana. Now, one of the best ammunitions to use on behind the tank. I'll just clip him. Well, But one of the best rounds to use is the likes of HE. So if one of you would like to shoot each other in the side, so we can demonstrate the bouncing. So as you can see, he shot him right in the turret there. Right in the turret, so that wasn't a good call. Okay, so Kane is going to try and do the same thing. And you can't even shoot for shit. Okay, so the best round to use normally in side scraping is HE, because normally you won't be able to get any penetrating hits. If it's the likes of the T-34, I would suggest the likes of AP for a couple of tries, purely because if he side scrape too much, his upper hull's quite weak. Okay, so shoot HE at his turret. No, well, Kane, shoot then. Okay, now shoot him then, Jakers. Now you want to shoot him dead on his gun. The reason why is you'll knock his gun out or damage his gun. So he's an accurate spot. See? Now, he shot his hull. But as you can see though, that still did nearly 200 damage. Now if you would have shot HP at that, AP at that position, he would have bounced. So HE is the best round to use in. We'll fix him then. Well. Okay, so what you normally want to do is aim at the centre mass at his turret, because if you knock his gun out, then his shot's going to be a lot more inaccurate at you. Okay, so that's how to side scrape, and that's how to counter side scrape. So you get what is it, like a 40-degree angle, 50-degree angle, something like that. Yeah, about 40-degree angle. Angle yourself out, pop out. Well, now normally in side scraping, what I do is I'll drive forwards and backwards and wiggle my turret, so they have a harder chance of actually penetrating anything. Now the only time I'll move forwards and backwards and wiggle my turret around is when I'm reloading. And when I'm not reloading, I'll stop doing all that and I'll get in a position where I can shoot. And then when I'm reloading, I drive forwards and backwards and wiggle my turret. So it's a harder chance of him doing anything to me. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want Kana to go hold down where Chili is. Right, so hold down means the entire hull's covered, excluding your turret. Okay, now this only works really in tanks where they don't have a massive cupola. The T-34 does have a massive cupola, but its turret armor is exceptional. Okay, so right now there's an idiot in the way. Yeah, now right now the problem with how Kane has positioned himself, he's actually not hold down because I can see his driver's hole. And the driver's hole right there, or kind of picture it like side scraping, where you just poke in and poke out. So you just go on the side of your tank like this, and you drive out to shoot and pop back in, without showing your entire tank. Okay, so it's a similar thing to side scraping. You counter it by HE or by shooting APCR around its turret area. So that's hold down. Okay, so Chili, what would you like to do next? Okay, we'll do tactical awareness, because clearly it's a problem with most people. Now, what we mean by tactical awareness is your map's your friend. It's your friend. It's not your friend, it's your buddy. Okay, so what I mean by that is, right, what I want to do is, I want Jammy to go down at the edge of the road, and I want you to surprise us on which entrance you come out of. Okay, and I want Jakers to do the same. So go down with Jammy. So all tanks come over here to me. Okay, besides the likes of Jakers and Jammy who have told to go down there. And now, tactical awareness. So what I mean by that is always looking at your minimap and always being aware of your surroundings and what your team's doing. So what we're going to do is we're going to demonstrate here when these tanks go invisible. So we need to kill Dino because he's going to spot them. And I can't shoot him. So he's with the manage. No, Rob, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, but we can't see their tanks. doesn't matter. What we're doing is, the scenario is they know where we are because they've got a scout. Okay, so right now, them 2 tanks. Okay, ooh. Okay, so what the... Oh, what a guy. So what the problem is now is we don't know. We don't have any sort of scouts in any positions to spot for us. So we don't know which side they're going to pop out of. Okay, so now what I want Jakers and Jammy to do is pop out and pretend to go shoot us. So right now, we're concentrating down this road here. Well, you can engage us if you want. Yeah, you can engage us if you want. So we're down this road here. We're just looking down here because pretend there's an enemy tank in front of us. So right now, no tanks are spotted. So we're like, oh, where are they all? So we'll just concentrate down this road. And go, I don't know what's going on here. Right. So I've got the view range to spot all of them, which is awesome. We just need them to actually do something. Okay, right now, boom, look at that. Jammy's been spotted. Now, oh, there's Jakers too. Now, the reason why I spotted them is because they're right in front of me. But the mini-map, as you can see, 2 red squares now appear. And now we know where they are. But you'd know that by being away, because if you were like, just bloody down, just go, where could they be, where could they be, and you're not paying attention. When you look at your mini-map, you can sort of get a judgment on where they are, or where they're going to. So, always look at your mini-map. It's your friend, it's not your enemy. That's the problem with most tanks. And as you can see there, boom, there's Kana. Now he's spotted on the map, so now we can adjust ourselves to flank them and engage them that way. Okay, so that's pretty much tactical awareness, is looking at your mini-map and being aware. Oh, and look, there's Jakers. Took me by surprise there, Jakers. Okay, so the next one in this general summarization is weak spots. Now, what you need to do is, because there's so many different types of tanks, you need to generally know what the most typical weak spot is on nearly all tanks. So the IS-3 in particular has got a pike nose, which means that it doesn't have to angle itself. Its armor's already angled for him. So with the IS-3 having not so good frontal armor like it used to, most tier 8 guns can penetrate it. But if you want to go for weak spots, then the likes of its driver's hull, its turret ring's also a weak spot. Its lower plate can be, but it all depends on its positioning. But the driver's hull, the turret ring, and its lower plate, now they are the general weak spots in tanks. Now we haven't got any other tanks ready to show yet, but the likes of the AMX 5120 doesn't have the best arm in the world. So to get into maximum performance possible, you'd have to angle it, but even still, they'll penetrate. So in the likes of tanks like this, where it is just flat, then you need to angle it. Normally at a 45-degree angle to sort of get any bounciness. The likes of the Tiger 2 and the, well, what else is there? T-32 will be a good example of that, because they've got like a bubble armour, they've got slanty armour. Okay, another type of weak spot on most tanks is a command capula. So as you see, the AMX has a really nice big command capula, but most tanks do have these. It's either like the IS-3, most of the IS tanks don't have this sort of thing. Yes. Well, the E25, it has what? See, I can penetrate them easy, but as you can see, you've got the driver's hull, you've got the command capula, and you've also got his lower plate. We've also got his commander's outpost there. Okay, so that's a general weak spot. Is the lower plate, the machine gun port or the driver's port, and its command capula, and of course its side and arse. But this all depends on what tank you're fighting, so you just experiment with the tanks you're fighting with. So if you're coming across a Tiger 2, its lower plate, machine gun port and command capula, and its frontal around its gun mantler. The IS-3, driver's hull, the centre of the pike nose is quite weak, and the lower plate. The AMX, the entire tank's a weak spot, so that doesn't really matter. T-34 is the same again. Its upper armour isn't that good, but it's still bouncer stuff. So the weak spots in that's command capula, machine gun port, and lower plate. So they're the general weak spots, okay? So, what should we do next? No, we can do that last. Oh. To point something else out too, the likes of the mini-map I was talking about before, is the mini-map's also your indicator to where about your allies are, so you need to keep an eye on where your allies are doing, and where they are and what they're doing. Now, in most games, nowadays, there's what's called a lemon train, which is a absolute full retard moment for your entire team to go the one way. Now, it depends on what tank you're in, but I'd normally suggest the foiled lemon chain because you might as well not die alone. But it depends on what map it is and what tank you're in. Now, if you do experience any sort of lemon train, ping the map and see if anyone gives a shit. Now, normally they don't. So just try your best and stay cool. If you get frustrated, then you will lose the game because getting frustrated and not concentrating is the main forms of fucking up in World of Tanks. Now, a thing I used to use, which is what's called XPM, which is like a stat mod, so it tells me what the stats of players are. I no longer use this because it used to give me a negative opinion on my team. Even though I didn't say anything in chat or say anything at all, seeing like a lot of yellow, a lot of reds sort of put me down when they had a lot of purples and stuff. So the good thing is, now that I don't have it, I can sort of say it's an even chance of doing anything. But you can normally tell how bad the player is or how inexperienced the player is depending on what tactics he uses. Okay, so have you got anything else, Chili? Well, Well, that's all going to be covered in the next training session. That's when we're going to be engaging each other, and that's when we're going to be doing battles against each other. This one was just a... Yeah, but the whole idea of what we're doing right now is to give fair enough, is to get a general idea on where about weak spots are, how to side scrape, hold down, map awareness, tactical awareness and stuff like that. Because all these factors will be used in random battles also. So it really doesn't matter. Okay, so I think that's all there is to cover. I don't think there's much else to go with. That's all down to the tank. And light tank, some light tanks are amazing against heavies. Some light tanks are really shit against, yeah, of course. Some light tanks are really good at just scouting. Some light tanks are really good at passive scouting. Some scout tanks are really good to fire from range. Some aren't. Some are good for flanking. Some aren't. You know, it will all be covered eventually. But we just want to do the basic stuff now and get all that out of the way so we can kick ass and chew bubblegum. What? Hey? Clearly, our T28 is really good for a battering ram. So, has anyone got any more questions about side scrape and hold down and stuff like that? So now I'm not going to see no more stupid poking out manoeuvres and stuff like that, and people not looking at the map. Oh, I'm stuck now. What you want to practice shooting? That's team battles. Do you mean tank companies? Tank companies, though, you don't get anything from them. Team battles, you get stuff from them. Tank companies are good as training if you're doing 15v15 matches, but if you're not doing that, then it's sort of like meh. Well, yeah, I suppose so. Well, don't forget though, this is all going to get done in the next episode. This is all, but yeah, that's why we do training sessions once a week, and we do team battles every night besides Thursdays. So we do practice. We just don't need to do any more now. I think we're all done and dusted. So I think that is all. So yeah. Hello, Jamie. Of course, moving. Of course, when. Hang on. Shh. So that's it for team training. So thanks for watching. If you did find this video useful, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you later. Cool. And if you have any suggestions, just post them below. Alright, see you later, guys. Bye.